Good morning, guys. Just 2 minutes, we'll get started. Okay. Share my screen. Let me remove this nonsense. Oh. Fine. Today is the day 3 for your Snowflake demo classes. So far, we have completed 2 demo classes. On day 1, if anyone attending today as a first class, on a day 1, we just understood what you mean by data engineer, what all tools and tech stack that are demand in current data engineering world, and how we can use Snowflake for our data engineering work. We just have a high level idea on top of our Snowflake. On a day 2, we got started with our MySQL. It was an introductory class for your MySQL where we understood what you mean by MySQL, why we are using MySQL, what is SQL, what is database, what is schema, what is tables. We just understood our basic foundations. And also we got started with installation of our MySQL. Did you guys install? Yep. Did you guys install MySQL?
Today's my day 1, so I couldn't do it. I'll do it today.
Okay. Nice. So that particular document, what is required to install MySQL has been uploaded in our website. So when you go and log in into a portal, KSR Data Vision, under free sections, there is a something called as modules. Under that, we have MySQL installation guide. Please go and follow the steps, each and everything, and install your MySQL. In last class, we got started with creation of our database, and we understood there are different types of commands. One is DDL command, next is DML commands, next is DCL commands, DQL commands, and data DCL commands. What do you mean by DDL?
Create table, create database elements.
It is definition language. With respect to definition of your table, if any commands have been used, then that will come under DDL commands. To create any definition, I'll be using create. One of the syntax I'll be using to create a table. If my table is already created, I need to go and change my structure. Then I need to alter. So alter is the next command. And I need to go and remove my structure completely. There is one of the command called drop. These are my particularly data definition related commands. So we'll using create, alter, and drop. Now, what do you mean by DML?
Data manipulation framework.
I need to manipulate my existing data. For that, we'll be using DML commands. For using any DML commands, my data should be already existed. So if my data is not existed, I need to insert my data. Now again, what I'm manipulating data, insert. If my data is already existed, if I need to change some of my data, I need to update my data. Now, if my data is already updated or inserted, there are few data I need to completely remove. I don't want to completely remove the structure, but I need to remove my certain data, then it will come delete. Now, these are the commands will come under DML. For now, you park what is this TCL, because I need to explain few things for TCL. You will not be able to understand. You will leave this for now. And the next language is nothing but DQL command. What do you mean by Q?
Query.
Okay. You are going and query is nothing but you are going and selecting my data to read my data and see what kind of data is there in my table. Then I'll use something called a select command that will come under DCL, and DCL is nothing but controlling language, whether I can give you grant access on top of my table or I should remove my access, that is revoke my access from my table or any object. Then I will use something called as DCL commands. Now, before going to these things, we'll touch base on one of the theory concept. Now, before going that particular theory concept, I have a particularly in a generic question. I'm not asking with respect to SQL. In a generic, what do you understand by the word transaction and the word analytics? What are these?
Transactions can be a set of commands that tend to execute, and it is generally that it should be in a form that if, like if you are having 10 commands there, all the 10 should either execute successfully, or if any one of them fails, then all of the previous commands that have been executed is basically reversed.
Yeah. Your voice is so much breaking, not so audible, but I understood like transaction is what we are doing, day-to-day activities we are doing. Yes, you mean to say that?
Yeah, but what I wanted to say was that it should be either that like it it should be either that if there are like it should not be that only one of them has executed and the others have been executed successfully. It should be either
See, I'm not asking with respect to SQL. I'm just asking generically, what do you understand by the word transaction and
day to
analytics?
day day to day transactions to do money transactions.
Okay. Okay. Good try. Others? Just I'm asking what do you understand by the word transaction and analytics in your day-to-day life? Others?
Analytics can be taking like your account statement or like how you have spent your money.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Now when he says buying and selling is transactions. Okay. Buying and selling, we can say. Okay. What do you mean by then analytics?
Finding the metrics, numeric values like count of sales, how many
Right.
sales, max value, min value, uh, group by and particular product price, what is the sales amount, what is the profit amount. Yeah, so we could say something. Yeah, all max, all are aggregations.
Okay.
Only max sum,
Good. Good.
average.
Exactly. So with respect to metrics, I can say analytics. Now let me take some layman example. Okay, completely layman example. We all use banking applications like UPI.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you guys keep cash? Anyone who is a cash person here? Anyone keep cash nowadays inside your wallet? 5,000, 10,000. Let me keep a cash. No one? I'm not asking any technical question. Just layman example I'm asking.
No, cash.
Okay. Now, why we don't use cash? We have all accessibility for wherever you go, we will be using something called the UPI. Directly, I can go and use UPI to get. Even if I go and purchase 2 rupees of any medical medicine, I will use UPI. 1 rupee, I'll use UPI. 10 rupees, I'll use UPI. 10,000, I'll use UPI. Wherever is there, I'll be using something called the UPI to do my day-to-day activities. Now, assume your bank salary is 10,000. Now you are going and doing transaction in terms of your UPI. I went and I purchased one particular product for 100 rupees. As soon as you go and do transaction, 100 rupees is deducted from your particular bank and 100 rupees is added to that particular UPI scan or any code you have done. It will go and you will add that particular data in another person. Now, in the same way, you are doing what? Transaction of amount where it is deducted in one particular to another. Now, if any particular amount is deducted from my particular account, it is reducing. So I need to come and update my data, update my latest data in my bank. If any particular data that is going and adding into another particular account, it is adding, you have to do addition of data, that is insertion of data in my another account. If you consider the same bank, that is, let me consider as a SBI. SBI is my bank where I'm doing all these particular things, where the particular bank with different accounts, it has to go and bank has to manage all this information. Either it has to go and do what? Insert and update. Now, when particularly a bank is doing this insert, update and all, they are doing day-to-day activity. Now, always my data is increasing, decreasing, updating, deleting. I'm doing something called as DML operations or insert, update, delete operation extensively in a daily basis. Those kind of databases will come under something called as OLTP system, online transaction processing database, where you are mainly going and inserting data, updating data, and do where I cannot go and do what? Reading of data. Now, if I need to go and analytics, for example, you spent in 1 month. In 1 month, I need to go and see how much I have spent. So I might have done hundreds of transactions. I'll be going and exporting my all transaction in the form of Excel sheet. On top of that particular Excel sheet, I'll go and do analytics of my data. That can be metrics. For doing analytics, I'll be mainly reading my data or doing DQL commands. At that time, that kind of data I'll store in one of the database called OLAP system or online transaction analytical processing database. Now, what's the main difference between these things are? Now, whenever you go and work in any of the applications, for example, if you are having banking applications and I need to go and see my past 10 years of all transaction, will you get on the go in your portal?
No.
For example, SBI, you go and say, if I want to see past 10-year transaction, everything, I want to download it, they'll say max up to 3 years you can go and do. Have you seen this?
Yes.
Now, what they are doing here, why they are only giving you 3 years is nothing but, now whenever any particular banking application is there, they will first go and add that particular data into OLTP systems. Whenever in the backend, your website, everything data is coming, it has been added into OLTP systems. Now, on top of my OLTP systems, if I continuously am getting my data, deducting my data, if I want to go and do analysis, will I get correct analysis? If your data is keep on changing and on top of that data,
No.
I want to go and do analysis, will it yield a good results or bad results?
bad results.
Now, for that purpose, I need to move this particular data into one particular database, that is OLAP systems. Now, under OLAP systems, for example, for every 3 years, old data, let's say 10 plus years of data is there, that all historical data has been kept here. Historical data has been kept here, where we'll be doing what? Analysis of our data. Now, to move from OLTP system to OLAP system, there are few processes called ETL process or ELT process. Now, what are these processes and all? We will deep dive in further classes, but we will be extracting our data. If required, we'll be transforming our data and we'll be loading into OLAP systems. Here, mainly this particular data, whatever we're keeping in OLTP system, are with respect to insert, update, delete, where we'll be continuously changing our data. Where here we'll not be changing our data, we'll be keeping our data as it is, and we will be doing analysis on top of our data, where it will be with respect to read things. Now, any doubts between OLTP and OLAP? Any doubts here? Let me come back. Okay. Now, there are two types of transactions. One is, for databases, you can go and say, one is online transaction processing system. Next is online analytical processing system. Now, whatever your MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, MS SQL, whatever you are seeing, these all things on-prem systems are with respect to OLTP. Now, OLTP systems will come with respect to this, where we are maintaining a relational databases also, you can say, where you're going and mainly adding, additioning, deletion, all the data you're doing. And OLAP system, which are mainly for your storage purpose, your Databricks will come, your Snowflake will come, Redshift will come, Synapse will come. These all things, BigQuery will come. These all things will come under your OLAP system. Now, how does your particular OLTP system works is nothing but you have two person where I need to go and do bank transaction. For example, I have 6,000. I need to send this person, let's say 2,000. That will be removing from here and adding from here. These all things you are doing, and that things I need to keep under our OLTP systems. Now, if you go and see your ATM transaction, or you're booking anything online, you're booking your airlines, you're booking in your buses, or you're booking your railway, anything, or you're going and purchasing anything from your Amazon, Flipkart, you're ordering anything that's on the go, you are going and doing that, you are doing something, insert, update, delete operations, or you're going and booking any movie tickets. So automatically it has to go and manage your day-to-day time transactions. For that, the best systems are OLTP system. For analysis, now why we really need to do analysis? Why we really need OLAP systems are nothing but, if you go and consider anything, let me take one Amazon use case. Now, if you want to go and purchase any particular smartphone, let me consider I want to go and purchase my iPhone 16. Now, particularly, you are interested in purchasing this particular smartphone. Now, what Amazon will do is, it will go and track what are you doing with respect to my all the browsing histories and all. Now, for example, banking and all, they're keeping 3 years. Now, Amazon can go and send as soon as any transaction. For every 1 day, data it is going and bringing an AP systems, and they're going and tracking each and every what the particular customer is doing. Now, once you go and search, for example, my particular price of my iPhone 16 today is 85,000. Okay, you went and you saw what all things, features, everything. You spent some time. Amazon is tracking that. The next day you come and spend another 1 day, and again it is showing 85,000. You say, okay, I need to give 85,000. Why I need to give 85,000? No, I don't want to pay this much and all. You just browse for some time and you will go. But as soon as you open other application, for example, your Google, you open your Facebook, you open your Instagram, you open your YouTube, you will start seeing ads from Amazon with respect to this iPhone 16. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? if you browse any particular product in Google, if you go and browse any product, you go and search YouTube videos with any specific things you are going and doing. For example, you are searching with respect to cars and all, you'll start getting ads with respect to that company inside your Instagram and all. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Now, why they are targeting you? Now, they want to go and give the once you go have that all transaction, they are analyzing your data and they say this might be my potential candidate who can purchase any of my products and all. Now, Amazon is again trying to send those ads with respect to other application. They have again tied up with all this application. They have paid amount so that you go and target these kind of people who are interested in buying certain things. Now, as soon as you see the second day also you might see 85,000. Third day also you might see 85,000. But then they come to know and see, okay, he might not be purchasing a certain product due to cost. So they'll start sending you offer saying that particular product is 79,999. There is a reduction in price, and they'll send this as an ad, and they are tempting you to go and buy this particular product. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
So in this way, you are particularly all your companies are going and targeting you. So I need to go and sell as many as product. Then I need to do analysis on top of my data. These all analysis I cannot directly go on top of transaction processing system. So I need to bring that into OLAP systems, and then I'll be going and analyzing my data. Now, how we are going and storing that data in OLTP system and OLAP system? If you are having a large amount of small transactions in OLTP system, because you are doing what, 1 rupee transaction, 2 rupee, 100 rupee, 10,000, you are adding, you are deleting all those system, how we are doing in UPI, there will be a very small number of transaction. For that, since we are keeping our data, for example, 3 months, it might be in OLAP systems, or 3 years might be, it depends on company to company. Since I'm having only less number of data, here storage will be less. Now storage I'll be decreasing, but since I'm having continuous addition, that is insert, update, delete of my data, transaction are more, my processing power should be good, because I need to go and add that particular data. Now, since I'm having this data, whatever the queries, whatever I'm having here, it will be very simple, because I no need to go and overcomplicate this. If I have overcomplication of my table, now addition of my data, deletion of data, all that becomes very difficult. Whereas in OLAP system will be having huge amount of data. For example, all historical 10 years of sales information plus recent year information, sale, everything I'm keeping. I'll be writing complex queries here. I'll be writing joins. I'll be doing all those aggregations, things and all, because I need to see year to year sale. What is my change in my pattern of sales? All those things, analysis I'll be doing. So all that particular things will come in OLAP system. Now, if you're doing any transaction, for example, 1K that is deducted from your bank, and it is still processing. It will not show anything. It is deducted already, but it is not went and credited in another bank. And it says, I'll take 1 day to go and create. Will you wait for 1 day? Will you wait for 1 day? You have done 1 lakh rupees transaction, and your bank is saying it will take 10 days to go and create. How you will feel? Will you feel tense, or you will be relaxed? It will go like that, you will think. No, right?
No.
Response should be very quick. So your OLTP system will be having response time very quick. In milliseconds, it should go and update. You should not get more time to have that transaction. In the same way, since I'm doing here a lot of complex analysis and all, we have huge amount of data. Now, response of any query you are doing, it may take, depending on if your data, it may take minutes, hours, whatever the amount of data you are processing, it will take time. Now, sources and all, as I said, it's a transaction, mainly for transaction kind of data. Here we are going and doing aggregation of on top of our transaction. Whatever the aggregations or analytics will do on top of that, and mainly for day-to-day activity will be doing this, and mainly for solving certain problems, taking decision, or finding any insights, we'll be using OLAP systems. Now, how we will go and store our data? We need to analyze that particular information. Now I'll use ChatGPT. Let me open ChatGPT. Just a minute, getting on call. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, sorry for that. Now I'll say, give me a denormalized form of table for products where I have duplicate data with 5 records: name, email, phone number, product name, amount, quantity. I gave this particular information. Now it is analyzing, it will give one particular table. Now what is this? I'll explain. Okay. Now we have this table. Let me come and open one Excel. Now I'll paste this particular data. Okay, we have this particular data here. Now let me make this as table for you. Let me increase, and your particular data. Where are shapes? Okay. Let me consider this. Snowflake. Okay. I have this database. This is my database. Let me say this is my Amazon DB. Amazon DB, I have my database. Now what you see here? If you come and see here, I have my data. Rahul Sharma, Priya Patil, Rahul Sharma. He is coming and doing certain transactions. Okay. He is buying what laptop he's buying. He's buying mouse. Then she's buying keyboard, monitor, and again brought this particular data. If you see, the data is same here. Yes. Yep. Is my data same? Is there any duplication of data here?
No.
Duplication of data is there, right? With respect to this, are you able to see here? Rahul Sharma, Priya. He has done different
But amount
transactions.
is different.
Yeah, different transaction has done, but information about the person. Duplication is there.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I want to go and find what is the total amount that Rahul Sharma has purchased. I can directly go and write a query or write particular information on top of this. Yes. I can directly write a select query where I can go and do aggregation of all the sums. This plus this plus this. Rahul Sharma has brought. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, imagine your Rahul Sharma decided in your Amazon, I want to go and change my name to Rahul Sharma to Rahul S. How many number of updates I have to do?
3.
1, 2, 3. Now this was for 5 records. Imagine you have 1, 10 or 100 million records. 100 million records. Rahul Sharma has done, let's say, 10,000 transactions. Now, if my OLTP system, if I have saved like this, I have 100 million transaction. In that, I need to go and update 10,000. Will your query time or response time will be less or more? What will happen to your response time?
It's more.
One thing. That is more. Response time is more. Now, is it really required to go and add Rahul Sharma? If I'm adding Rahul Sharma for 10,000, to add this information about Rahul Sharma, it is occupying certain space. Is my space increasing? Is my space increasing?
Obviously.
Now, your OLTP system, what I said, is mainly meant for more processing, less storage. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if I unnecessarily increasing my data, I'm doing what? Redundancy of my data. Redundancy is nothing but you are increasing your data unnecessarily storage. Now, I need to go and store in such a way that now this kind of data where I'm bringing and keeping all data in one go, where I can easily query my data for querying purpose, for aggregation purpose and all, it is much more easy for me. Those kind of data how we are going and storing are called denormalized form, where I'm not going and where I have increasing my data redundancy, but my query processing, where to read my data quickly, it is very easy, but data storage is increased. Now I'll say, give me normalized form. I don't want. I don't want to overcomplicate you. Okay. Now I have one particular table here. It says customer. Let me keep here customer. I have another table that is products. Let me take my product and keep my product here. Now we have order information. I'll take my order and I'll keep my orders here. Now if you come and see here, how many tables we have? We have 3 tables. We have 3 different tables. Okay. One is particular customer. Another is something with respect to products. Next is with respect to orders. Okay. I have 3 different products information and all. Now you tell me, if Rahul Sharma went and changed his name to Rahul S, how many number of records I need to go and update?
Only one.
Only one. Now, only one. Now, if you come and see your transaction table information, instead of Rahul S, I gave here C1. C1 is what? This ID. C1, C1, C1. If I ask who is C1, can you go and refer this table and get the information about that particular name? Yes. Who is C2 here?
Priya Patil.
Priya Patil is C2. Now what I'm doing, I'm going and dividing and keeping into different. I'm normalizing my data. I'm going and keeping this information. But if I come and ask you, what is the total number of products, or what is the total sum of transaction Rahul Sharma has done. Then what I have to do here? I need to join two tables. I need to join all three tables. Yes. I need to join this, right?
Yes.
Now, for reading kind of activity, is it feasible? For inserting, I have one more customer. I can easily come and add it here. Let's say Sagar. This information and I have my number. I can easily come and add here. Whereas adding, I want to go and delete. I can come and delete one particular data here. With respect to that, whatever the data is there, I'll remove from another tables also. For updating, adding, inserting, my operations will be easy. So in this way, I'll be coming and storing in my OLTP system, where I will not be, for inserting, updating, deleting, it is much more easy for me. Whereas reading purpose, I need to always go and join. At that time, it will be very difficult. So OLAP systems, I'll be keeping in a denormalized form, whereas OLTP system, I'll be normalizing my data, dividing into different parts, and I'll be maintaining relationship. There is a relationship maintained with respect to customer and orders table. There's a relationship maintained between the orders table and products table. And if you come and see, there is a relationship maintained with all these three tables with respect to what products, because he brought some quantities and all. I can come and write my queries to join these different tables, where my OLTP system will be much more efficient to work with. Are we good? Are we good with this point? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this way, we will be going and keeping all our data. Now we'll coming back to our MySQL. I'll say use Amazon DB. Let me increase the font for you. Okay, I went to in my database. Now I need to come and create this particular table. We have this table. I need to come and create my particular table. I'll come and, or else let me take simple table. Let me take a simple table. I'll create for now this table only. Okay, because we'll see, go and see what all things are there. I'll come and create this table. We have this table. I need to come and create this. Okay, I need to come and create this table. Now to creating any table, I'll say create. Now create table, because I need to create one table structure. I'll say create table. My table name, I'll give my table name as customer info. This is my table name, and what I have to add. Now inside my table, I need to go and add my structure. So I'll be putting that inside a parenthesis. Now what is my first column? Name is my first column, comma. What is my second column? I don't want to use email, or else let us use email. This is my second column, email. This is my third column, phone number. This is my next column, product name. And this is my next column, amount. For now, I'll not add any quantity. I have these many number of information, but I cannot directly go and create this table, because I need to say, fine, my column name is this. What kind of data you are going and storing? Whether it is a string, whether it's a character kind of data, whether you are only adding numbers, whether you are adding date kind of data, what I have to go and keep. For that, we have something called as data types. Now, data types are nothing but what kind of data you are going and adding in your table. For now, I'll say, now we'll be having dedicated class on data types. For now, you understand there is something called as VARCHAR, and I'll put some values here. I'll say 100. Now, what do you mean by this VARCHAR? Any character kind of data I need to go and put, anything with respect to string, I'll be using one data type called VARCHAR. 100 is nothing but up to 100 number of letters I can go and add into this column. Now I created my column and what is my data type. Similarly, I need to go and say my email. What kind of data type? Now I'm going and adding something called as phone number. What should be your type of data? Usually my phone number will be having what? Numbers. So I'll say integer, or I can say int. Int is my kind of data where I'm going and having integer kind of information. Again, product name and all will be having characters. I'll come and put characters. Now I need to come and put my amount. Now amount can be 70,000.99, 79,000.99. In this way, decimal number I'll be getting. So I can come and say float kind of data type. It's a float data type. I'm coming and doing, and to end my statements, I have ended with a semicolon. Now, if I come and create this particular thing, one particular table is successful. And if I come and refresh, my table is created here. Now, my columns are this. I have created my table. I have selected this. Now, this command is what? DDL command, where I'm creating my structure of my table. Now, I need to go and query anything. I'll use DQL command. I'll say select from my table name. I'm saying select from my table name. This is my table name. Now, what I need to select from this? There are what? N number of columns are there. Do you want to select the columns? What I have to do? I'll say select star. If I say select star, whatever the number, star indicates the total number of columns, whatever you have, you come and select that. If I come and run this, oh, sorry. Please go and select this because, and I'm running this. I got my data. Now, are you able to see the structure of your table? Name, email, product name, product number, phone number, product name, and amount. Now, is there any data in my table? No, right?
No.
I need to go and insert my data. Now, to insert any data, we'll be using DML command, and one of the command is nothing but insert. I'm going and inserting. To insert anything, I'll say insert into my table name. These are my table name. Insert into what I need to insert. I need to insert values. So I'll say values, and I'll come and I'll open what? I'll open my all the values. Whatever the values are there, let me come and copy this number of values. I'll come and I'll put that values here. Now, as you see, I defined by something called a VARCHAR. Now, anytime, whenever any character is coming, I need to go and put that into double quotes or single quotes, whatever the quotes you use. Either use double quotes or single quotes. You cannot use one double quote, one single quote. Any one of the things you use. This is my first column value, comma. This is my second column value. You can use like this. This is my second column value, comma. This is my third column value. Now for numbers, you can directly go and put as it is. No need to go and indicate anything with respect to quotes. Now this is my third column, fourth column, and my particularly last column value is this. Now for float also, you can go and put like this. Now I'm saying .00, and this is the value I need to go and insert. I'll come and insert my data. Okay, range is not there. What I'll do for now, I'll say what is that range information. I'll decrease this and I'll come and add this. Okay, one number of row is inserted. Now for integer also, now depending on what kind of integer, now as I said, varchar of 100. When I said 100 up to 100, this number of characters, whatever we're adding inside quotes should be of 100. Now I defined my integer. Integer is also having certain limits. Only up to that number of characters you can go and put. Now, if I'm going and putting 10 different characters, it will not take. At that time, I cannot use integer. I need to use something called as a big int. Now, what are this big int and all? I'll be explaining. Now, directly, I cannot go and do what? I cannot go and do directly change like this. If I come and say again, create table, it says that table already exists. Now, if you want, I'll come and do what? Drop my table. I'm saying drop table, my table name. I went and I dropped my particularly table. And I'll come and create my table. Now if I come and create my table, the table is recreated. Now I can come and add my values here. I went and added. Now instead of dropping, we can go and alter also. I'll show you that. But for now, I've inserted my data. Now I'll go and read the data. I have my values that are coming here. Now in this way, we'll go and insert. Now if I come and run again this value will go and insert, and you will be having 2 records. Now in this way, I went and I inserted data, but I have how many records? These many number of records. Can I go and write different again, insert? No, I need to insert multiple values. I'll say comma, and I'll come and take another bracket like this, and I'll put it here. Again, comma, I need to insert one more record. I'll put here. Now you go and change your whatever the data is required. I'll say mouse. He has bought mouse, and that value is 750 rupees. Next, he has bought headphone, and that value is, let me take 7,900 rupees. Now I'll come and insert this. Now again, my data got inserted. 3 rows are inserted. And if you want to come and see the data, I'll say select star from my data, and all my data has been inserted. Till now, any doubts? How to create a table, how to drop a table, how to insert a record? Any doubts? Any doubts till now? Anyone new to MySQL or SQL? Anyone here completely new to SQL?
Yes.
Okay. Are you following this?
Yes.
Okay. Now I have inserted my data. Now, Sagar, there might be sometimes. Let me take one value. Okay. I'm getting what? This data. I'm getting this data. Let me take this as Ravi. Now he has not at all added my email information. He has not at all added his email information because he don't want to share his email, and he's tried to go and insert the values. Now, how many number of columns we have inside table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many values I'm inserting? 4. Now, if I come and run this, it is throwing an error saying that column count does not match. Why? Because by default, whenever I'm saying insert into my table, this is my first column, this is my second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column. It has already, you have given that information, and it has to go and insert that data only. Now it is throwing error. Now at that time, if my table structure is defined, I cannot go and change my structure of table, but only certain data I need to go and insert into my table. At that time, I'll say insert into my table before going and giving any particular values. I'll say insert into tables. My columns, what columns? What are the columns? What are the columns we have?
Name, email ID.
Now that information I will put here. Now I need to what? I am inserting name. Name is my first column. Second column is what? What I'm inserting? Phone number. Third column is product name. Please don't do this, Praveen. Last one is amount. Now I'm going and specifically saying that I'm inserting this. Now go and match with this. Now it will go and insert the data. So whenever you are going, if table structure is 10 and you are inserting only 4 records, you have to go and put that columns, whatever is required, it will go and insert that particular value. If you come and see your data now, you have your data, but what it did with respect to email here? What is here?
It shows null.
There is something called as null. Now, what does this null mean? Null is nothing but, whenever you see null is nothing but no values or value is missing, or it doesn't have anything. I cannot come. There is no specific definition of value. You have not give. You don't know what that particular value is there. That might be Ravi Sharma, Ravi S at gmail.com, Ravi S at anything yahoo.com, or any with respect to amazon.com, anything. It can be anything, but for now, that particular data is not known. So at that time, automatically your SQL will go and insert null. Now, the same thing, if I wanted to insert my data, insert into these values. The same thing, I wanted to insert these values with respect to insert into, I can come and define here what null. I'll say null comma. Now, specifically, I'm coming and saying null, and I'm inserting. Let me take laptop 2. Some value I'm putting. Now, specifically, I'm going and saying this particular value is not known because he has not added. Now you go and insert it as null. Now automatically that values will do. Either you go and pass if that particular column is not there as null, or you have to select specific column to go and insert, and you will be able to see that data. Null is, again, I'm saying it does not hold anything. It doesn't hold any space. It doesn't have any information. No data is known whenever you use something called as null. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. Now we inserted our data. We did. Now I need to go and add one more particular column called quantity. Now I cannot come and do what? Drop. If I do drop, what will happen? If I do drop, what will happen?
The data will be dropped completely.
Okay. If I go and do drop and again give my particular what? Here I can give comma, and if I give another quantity, again I need to come and insert all my particular data. But now I need to do what? I just need to alter my table structure to add one column. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Can you come
Yes or no?
Yes.
Alter table. I need to alter my table. What is my table name? This is my table name. Then what I have to do? I need to add my column. I'll say add. What should be my column name? Quantity. I'm adding add table name quantity. And what is my data type for this? I'll say integer. I'm going and altering, and I'm adding my data. I'll run this. Let us say 0 records are affected. If you come and see, it has added one column. Yes. It has added column.
Yes.
Is there any data here? Is there any data here? No data. Why? Because we have not inserting data, it's just added data. But at what position it had added? What is the position? What is the position?
6%.
Whenever you go and do any alter and adding, obviously it will go and add at the end. At the end, my particular data will be added. Sorry, at the end, my particular column will be added whenever you go and do alter. Now, let's say I need to add product ID. That product ID should come after my product phone number. Can I do that? Yes. You can come and do that also. Again, I'm saying alter my table name. I need what? Product ID, PID. Let me use PID, integer. But I need that particular column where? After phone number. So I'll say after my particular phone number. I'll come and add like this. Okay. And then I'll come and run. One row is affected. If you come and see, I'm able to see after phone number. Now I need to add customer ID at the first, right? Yes. I need to add one customer ID. That should be a first. After my customer ID, my name should come. Yes. Can I use after here? Can I use after? No, right? If I use after, it will come after my name. At first, it should come. So I'll come and say alter table. Let me say now customer ID, CID. It should come where? First. FRIST. FIRST. Now I'm going and specifically saying my column should be added first. In this way, I'll go and run this. One column is affected. And if you come and see, your columns is here. Now in this way, I can go and alter my particular any information. I'll go and do. Any doubts so far?
Good.
Okay, fine, fine. Now, if you come and see table, there is a definition and it is saying integer. You already have my integer. Now, instead of by mistake, I've added integer. I should have done that as data type. I should go and modify that data type to varchar. Can I do that? Yes. Again, I'm going and altering my table. So I'll say alter table, my table name. But now I'm not adding, I am modifying. I'll say modify. What I need to modify? CID. And what I need to go and change that particular data, I need to go and change it to varchar. I'll say varchar of, let's say 10. Okay, varchar of 10. I'm modifying my table structure. I'll come and run. And if I come and refresh and you click this, it has changed to varchar of 10. I can alter and add, I can alter and modify, but I don't want this particular column only. I can do what? Alter my table name and I'll just say what? Drop. Now while dropping, is it required to go and specify my data type? No, right? Just I need to go and drop that irrespective of whatever data type. I'll just say alter table and drop this particular column. I'll run this. And if you run, that particular column is gone. In this way, I can use my next command. What is that? In DDL, one was what create, where I'm going and creating a structure. And next is altering my table structure. Are we good till now?
Yes.
Okay. Now comes with a next kind of command. If you come and see here data, I have my product ID, I have my quantity. I need to go and give my quantity some values here. I need to add my quantity values. Now I cannot go and do insert. Yes. We need to modify the existing data that already exists. All other columns are there. Only this quantity I need to go and modify. Can I do that? Yes. Now we'll be doing something called as update statement. To update is nothing but after the existing data is there, you go and update that particular data. For doing that, I need to say what? Update table. I need to update my table, which is my table name. You should not say what is the table name. I'll say set. What I need to go and set? I need to go and set my quantity. Where is my table name? I need to say quantity. Let me say quantity equal to 1. I'll say update my table name, set up quantity equal to 1. I'm setting the values for my column name. And if I come and run this, it will throw an error. Okay. This is only with respect to MySQL. It is only with respect to MySQL. It is saying what it says. What is it saying? What it is saying? What it is saying? You're trying to update a table without where. Now, what is this where? Now, while updating any data or while doing deletion of that particular data, which particular record I need to do? I need to filter for filtering purpose while doing update or while reading, while doing deletion, we use one clause called where. Where is mainly for your filtering of data. Your MySQL, whenever you go and do update, it will always throw this error. You have to say set SQL save updates equal to 0. I'm saying, is it save SQL update or let me say SQL save updates. I'm just going and saying and setting it to false. I know what I'm doing. You're saying MySQL, don't do this all, don't give these errors and all. I know what I'm doing. You go and disable this. I will be working with my updates. Now, as soon as you update this, and I'll say run this. How many rows are affected here? How many rows affected? How much you are seeing here? 7 rows are affected. Now, if you come and see your data, you will see 7, 1, 1, 1, 1 in all columns. Yes.
Yes.
Now I can see my data in all my particular columns. But Sagar, I want to go and update. If my particular product name is laptop, go and update it to 3 particular quantity. Can I go and do that? Yes. Now for that, I need to come and select my data. Now for selecting any data, I'll say select star from this. Now I need to filter my data. Anything after my table is selected, I need to go and filter. So I'll say where what I need to select? I need to select based on my product name. So I'll say product name equal to, while filtering, since it's a character, I need to put in quotes, single quotes or double quotes. I'll come and select these values. Now I'm first and selecting this particular values. Now I only get these values. Now wherever there is particular product I'm selecting, in the same way, I'll take this and I'll put it here. You have to update my particular product, set the quantity now for 3. Set that quantity is for 3, but where you have to set? Wherever product is there. Now you are doing what here? Filtering of data, and then you are going and adding your values. In this way, I'll come and run this particular command. It says how many records now? Only 4. Because why? I filter my data. And if you come and read your whole table, if you read your whole table without filter, you see here 3, 3, 3. Wherever there is laptop, 3 is updated. Very, very important. Whenever you are going and doing updates, it's very, very important that first you filter the data and then you go and update. Because imagine you are working in Amazon and you have 10 million values like this. And for by mistake, I need to go and update for iPhone. I need to update what? 60,000 for iPhone 14. By mistake, I went and updated for all my iPhones, iPhone Pro Max, each and every data. If I update iPhone 60, like for example, Pro Max is there, your laptop, your MacBook, whatever the products with respect to Apple, if I go and update it as 60, that will be reflected in your application and it will affect your tables, or it will affect your particular end-to-end whatever the results very badly. So whenever you'll go and update anything, it should be always filter the data, see the data, and for that particular data only, we have to go and use our update statements. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. Now I have one more question for you. I wanted to update my this column. Now what will you do? Will you write one more query like this? For PID, I need to update. Let me say PID, I need to go and update 100. 100 is my ID. Again, you will go and write like this. 2 statements. Yes. To update product name, wherever laptop is there, I need to add product ID as 100. Is this correct? Is this query correct? Is this particular query is correct or wrong?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Now, imagine you have 10 different columns. I need to update for 10 columns for the same product. Will you write 10 update statements?
No.
Yes. Why? I can write 10 update statement. Any issue in that? We can write, right? Instead of doing that, I can come and do what? After setting PID is equal to 100, you set my quantity now for 5. I'll say comma, set quantity equal to 5. Now for or 6 or anything, for this same product, I'm going and setting. So I can write my multiple updates here. Just I need to give one comma and I can come and run. This is a syntax for updating multiple columns. It says 4 rows are affected. And if you come and see your data, you'll be able to see particularly for 100, wherever this is 100 and quantities has been went to 6. I can for inserting multiple insert into, again I'll do comma here. For doing multiple columns, again I'll do comma and I'll add my whatever the updates I need to do. Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Now I did update, I did this. Now I need to go and remove certain data. Then I'll use one more command from DML, that is delete. Now I need to delete a data. I'll say delete from my table. Okay. I will go and say delete from my table. If I go and run this, what will happen?
It will delete all the.
It will go and delete each and every particular record. I have what? 10 million records, it will go and delete. But I want to go and delete wherever, let's say, I need to delete this laptop 20. This is wrong data I have added. I need to specifically delete this. Again, what I should do? First, I will go and filter my data. I'll see, where is that select query I wrote? Okay, I'll write one more time. I'll say select star from my customer table where my product name, I'll say product name equal to this particular table. I'll come and first read this particular data. Now for this data I need to delete. Again, I will come and put that here. And then I'll come and run this. If I run this, one row is affected. If you come and see the data, that laptop 22 is been gone. If by mistake you would have run this, it will go and delete each and every rows. And if you come and select data also, there will be no data. Each and every data has been deleted. Now my question is, if you are working in the organization, is update is risky or delete is risky? Command. Which is a command? Why?
Delete is completely, we are deleting the data, right? So it cannot be restored. Update is some kind of like 50-50 at least. At least we are updating, instead of 1, we can update to 2 or something. Delete is something which is like directly we are deleting from the database itself.
Oh, fine. I'll give you a scenario. Okay, I'll give you a scenario. You're working as a developer in Amazon. Okay, you're working in a developer as Amazon, and big billion sale is coming. Big billion sale is coming. Usually, big billion sale will come using Diwali festival, Dasra festival, and all. You have to go and catch a bus. While going, they said go and update for iPhone 15. iPhone 15, you update this particular to 45,000 and go, because Apple want to run this offer. Now, in a hurry, you just went updated and you updated all the products. You have 100 or let's say 1 million different products are there inside Amazon. For each product, you have updated 45,000. For each and every product, you updated 45,000 and you went. Now, there might be certain products which was sold for 15 or let's say 2.5 lakhs. Now you updated that to 45,000. Okay, you updated that product to 45,000. Will the company at risk? or it will lose a lot of amount? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now they said to go and remove all iPhone 15 stocks are not there. Go and you deleted each and every products. Now there is no sale, which is affecting the company. There will be no product only for sale. If I delete, which will affect the company.
Update.
Then someone said delete is costlier operation. Was that sorry? Was that you?
Yeah.
They
Now,
both are risky, right? Update is product is changed to 45,000. It leads to uh, amount will the business end-to-end project or end-to-end products will be affected, and the delete means there is no products in that area. The both are risky factors, I think.
exactly. Whenever you go and do update or delete, it should be very, very, very careful, because any changes in data, it will affect the company irrespective of whatever you are doing. So you have to always use where clause. First check the data, what kind of data you are getting, and only for that where clause you have to go and use. For now, there was only one table. That's the reason you directly where clause you were able to see it. There might be n number of features. We are joining 10 different tables, and then you are going and deleting that. All condition might come. So first you have to always go and filter your data, and based on that where condition, you have to come and add in your update and your delete clause. This is a hard and fast rule you have to use while doing update and delete. Have we got? Yes. Have we got?
Yeah.
Have we got? Okay. Now, today we have seen what OLTP systems versus OLAP systems. Then we saw DDL commands. Then we saw DML commands and a little bit of DQL commands. When we come back tomorrow, we'll be continuing our next different little bit of more advanced topics so that you get started. Now, whoever is new to SQL, please don't go and copy paste things. I'll be sending you notes after 3-4 classes once our foundation is completed. Please go and try to create a table, alter table, add values, all these things you try and to do this so that you have that hands on. And once we come back tomorrow, we'll be seeing the next topics. If you have any doubts with respect to course or anything, please let me know now. No doubts? Anyone attending today's first class?
Yes.
Are you aware of our course structure and everything?
I'll go through the recording sessions post this session. I need to know this OLTP in the previous classes, so I'll just go through.
Okay. Fine, but are you aware of the course structure I'm saying? If anyone new who want to join, there will be 2 more demo classes. If you are not joined our WhatsApp group, please go and join. Directly link will be shared there. And if you're coming and seeing the course structure, what we'll be doing, this will be our roadmap. Now we got started with SQL completely from basics. If you see how to create a table, adding a table from complete scratch, we have started. Now it will go for 3.5 weeks where we'll learn each and everything. We'll be building one end-to-end project. We'll be solving n number, more than 200 plus questions we'll be solving, and a lot of assignments will be given. So for interview, we'll be getting started as soon as we start some important topics. So once we finish that, we'll be doing phase 2 as a Python, where again from scratch to end, we'll be doing end-to-end all the things. And after that, only your DBT Snowflake will start. Snowflake, DBT, and Matillion will go to 8 to 10 weeks. Matillion is the only tool which will be giving as a recorded sessions. If you want, you can go and do. That's one of the ETL tool, drag and drop, low code tool. where for mainly extraction of data and all use. Some of the companies are using. So if you add, that will be a positive point with respect to Snowflake. Whereas Snowflake and DBT will be doing completely live classes. It will go for 10 weeks. We'll be doing more than 15 use cases inside real-time use cases in Snowflake and more than 10 plus real-time use cases in DBT. And there will be a lot of assignments, more than 10 plus assignments in Snowflake, 5 plus assignments in DBT, and we'll be doing one end-to-end project where we'll be building this is our first project inside Snowflake, where we'll be building end-to-end pipeline inside Snowflake. We'll be bringing all data, we'll be doing orchestration, we'll be doing all that using dynamic coding. It's not a static coding, where real-time framework integration will be doing inside our first project. Now, this project will only go for 6 to 8 hours. After doing that, we'll complete DBT, and DBT will go for 2 weeks, and then we'll build our second project in DBT. That is nothing but this project. It will go for 3 to 4 hours, where end-to-end flow will build, and we'll be having that end-to-end. After doing that, you will be good to get started with interview. For this to get started, there will be few folks who will be having got 3 months notice period and all. They can't wait till end. So they have to get started, because at that time, less number of calls will be coming. So you have to get confidence and all. You will be get started. For that, we'll be helping you. There will be always placement cells. Will be helping you build your LinkedIn profile, your Naukri profile, your resume. All that things will help you and build that. So along with that, we'll be learning ADF and Airflow. Airflow is one of the coding tools, that is Python related tool, where we will to run our pipeline. Now, this particular pipeline, whatever you are seeing, that is directly there inside your Snowflake. We can come and run this end-to-end pipeline. This end-to-end pipeline, you can come and create in Snowflake. But I want to have certain flow, I have to have using Python and all. I need to create this flow. Then we'll be using Airflow. This is how we'll build our pipeline inside Airflow, where we'll connect our AWS, we'll connect our Snowflake, we'll try to create end-to-end flow and send that all. And the same thing, I want to build end-to-end flow inside our ADF, that is Azure Data Factory. I'll be using that, and I'll be creating our end-to-end flow. For that, we'll go 2 to 2.5 weeks. Each from scratch we'll learn, and we'll learn to build all the pipelines, all how to do with respect to Snowflake. We'll be learning ADF and Airflow. Then comes, now this is more than enough, but you want to get more and more package, higher level of package. You need to have Snowpark and PySpark inside your resume. So whatever the Spark will learn with respect to Databricks, so that you have idea on Databricks also, how Databricks is working, and you can go as multi-cloud data engineers also, but more our concentration will be on Snowflake. But you have some idea on Databricks. If any projects will come on Databricks, you'll be able to work on Databricks also. We'll be learning one open table format called Delta tables with respect to Databricks, and all concepts with respect to PySpark with respect to Databricks. And the same thing, if I want to do in Snowflake, we'll be using Snowpark. So this will go for 2.5 weeks, where we'll parallelly learn these things, because whatever the code you write in Snowpark, same code is for PySpark. 95% the code will be same. We'll try to learn that parallelly, and we'll finish it off. And after finishing that, we'll be having one end-to-end project inside our Databricks and Snowpark. We'll have one end-to-end project, and we'll see all those things. And coming after finishing this, then will come AWS integration with respect to Snowflake, which will go for 2.5 weeks. We'll build end-to-end pipelines like this, end-to-end pipelines inside Snowflake, and we'll orchestrate that particular pipelines. Now, to build all these pipelines, I'll be showing you how to use ChatGPT, how to use Copilot, how to use inbuilt tool inside Snowflake, how to use inbuilt tool in DBT to write code, how to use Databricks assistants and all. Those all AI related we'll use, and we'll try to eliminate as much as coding. But for understanding that, you need to have foundation, and foundation will come in SQL and Python. If you don't know that foundation, you'll not be able to use ChatGPT to prompt those things. So as much as pipelines we'll be building, these two pipelines will be completely building using AI. We'll use our ChatGPT, we'll generate the code, and then we'll build our end-to-end pipelines inside AWS. These all things we'll build, and in time permits at the end, I'll be showing one end-to-end streaming kind of process, where we'll bring our data using Kinesis to our Snowflake. If not, we'll be provided this one as a recorded sessions. These all things will go for 5.5 to 6 months. Everyday classes will be from Monday to Friday usually. If any classes are missed, then only it will be Saturday. It will be taken 8 to 9:30 a.m. This is the class timings, and any projects that will be done on the weekends, whenever you guys will be available based on that, because we need to spend more time on projects we'll be spending 3 hours time and all, and that will be built on Saturdays and Sundays only. And based on that, we'll be completing our project in 5 to 5.5 months. These are all things we'll be doing. And at the end of your course, we'll be building more than 20 plus pipelines to 30 pipelines. And if you consider scenarios also, there will be only real-time scenarios, no theory. It will be almost 85% of practical, only 15% of theory, whatever is required, that will be explained. If you have any doubts regarding course, please let me know.
Sagar, is Cortex AI also included in the Snowflake part?
For this batch, we are not including. Maybe we are planning that for the next batch. If content is created, I will show that also.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or when next batch we start, we'll be giving access for that. We can go through that. Cortex AI is mainly for building data science models and all. So as a data engineer, what is required, I'll be explaining this later.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Any other doubts? Any other doubts? Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We can meet tomorrow at the same time, 8 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.